This is an elderly gentleman with a epiretinal membrane. It was a tight orbit, and we give a peribulbar block. We usually give peribulbar block, and the moment I opened it up, you could see such huge choroidal mounds. We confirmed for the infusion cannulas and all, everything was in place. And as you can see, with the moment of by trying to induce PVD, this choroidal folds on the nasal side was increasing, and throughout, all across, even in the macular areas, you could see some small things. And the choroid was so thickened, and it was really a tough time challenge. Means we had to raise the pressure and manage the thing. Ultimately, we could get away with the case, but the thing is, patient didn't improve so well, probably because he had a small disc pallor, because the choroidal pressures was not letting me do the procedure so well.
Comments from the panel?
It's a tight orbit and a peribulbar hemorrhage which created those folds, I believe.
Was this a hyperope?
Pardon?
Was the patient hyperope?
Yeah.
Any comments? Anything you do differently? Would you do anything differently in this patient?
The only thing, because there's this moment of uncertainty where you don't know what's happening and the choroidals are kind of increasing with folds. Once I remove the vitreous, I would put in perfluorocarbon just so that it stabilizes the whole posterior area, and then whatever the ERM or whatever needs to be done, explore. So once it should settle with, you're more satisfied having something which is stabilizing your posterior pole when such a thing happens, and then you, of course, he's rechecked whether it's a cannula or whatever. All those things need to be checked while you have stabilized the pole. But after that, of course, I mean, I don't think you can do anything differently.
Yeah, I think for this particular case, I think the pressure is globalized all around, as you've shown. So I don't know how much Perfluoron would help. But I think it shows I saw another video, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, where there was a perforation through peribulbar anesthesia. So it looks like any type of anesthesia you use, it may have some adverse events. And I think this is, again, one of those cases that you want to get done pretty quickly, not to spend too much time in the air, because we really don't know what to expect. Interestingly, there was no pulsation of the blood vessels. So the pressure didn't look to be that high, but the patient did end up getting an optic nerve pallor.
Yeah.